Adimaya kweno tenum chodo kweno le chano. Adimaya wiyo tenum chodo wi le chano. Adimaya vanatiama tenum temte chano. Adimaya vanasunda yo tenum sunda le chano. Iyema minyolu Yesu yawana tameyo. Yawana suneyo. Yawana mondo. Kaminyolu Yesu numbo mala kia yoni mondo. Ojolumte kare yamere. Kalu yameni de. Akiru ni yamenumte. Bana yala banale. Ayala ni banale. Kerenga ke ochocho. Ke yala muline. Shemu ya tole de ya tete koma. Bali meka ke aboni le chodo solo le Yesu. Wana temu ya tole. Longi meka no tamu kolwano. Keria ya diola wondante. Sekile ni jodi mioni. Nyankilo ndundi mini. Kanum do yo kanum. Adime ya kweno kanum be chokula chot. Adime ya bana sune yo numba wine yo fulane. Adime ya bana tema kanum be mabi numpe. Temu ya tole na nyon kala na ram la bilam. Temu ya tole de kanum do yo kanum wole.
All right, folks, welcome to another edition. Welcome to the show here at Talk TV Media Network. Welcome to all of you folks, wherever you are. Welcome to our show. Welcome to Talk TV Media Network. So it's Friday now, so we got to do it. We got to do it Friday way. It's open mic. Here we talk everything on Friday. Here, whatever that comes to your mind, we will open the lines up. We're going to talk about a whole host of topics, happenings around the world, the globe. So welcome to the show. It's Friday. Today is the 19th of May, 2023. So we will talk everything. Oh, here comes my colleague right there. Let me bring him right on the show as well. Hey, my brother from another mother. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be on the show.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you too. I'm glad to have you. So today is just freestyle. You know, like I normally call it, it's Friday. We're just gonna sit here and talk everything, whatever it is. Just have a dialogue about happenings. Too many things happening, trending in Liberia today, this week. You know. So welcome to the show. What's going on from your end, man?
Well, I basically from my end, I was there from Capitol Hill, specifically the National Legislature, where you have the majority and minority staffers.
Right.
The majority staffer, according to Representative Akawas Gray, on yesterday pledged support for the re-election of President George Weah.
In the House of Representatives.
Yeah, and the legislature, both staffers from the Liberian Senate and the House of Representatives.
Man, but when you let me take you back though. Before the beginning of the week, we saw other representatives from Grand Bassam, Yomli Kanga, DeLong, and all those other guys. The vice presidential pick, Kuhn, they all came up and they were welcome. They said they didn't plan it. The staffers planned all that stuff, whatever it was. But we saw what, the entire program, what it looks like. But then after 1 or 2 days, we saw the VP and Carlos Gray and all the other people came in, but the people that we saw in the house, more or less, they don't seem to look like people that work at the legislature. Right? As though it was organized, a rally whatsoever. People came from outside to come and almost cheer their own people up, almost similar to what happened on Monday. And so my thing was, I'm trying to find out, is the House of Representative turning into a political theater?
Well, obviously, the legislature is a political area. I mean, you have lawmakers from the opposition camp. You also have lawmakers from the ruling position. So that place is a political area. So what we witness is just the road to 2023. Those you saw in their numbers saying President William must go are those who are working for opposition legislators.
Mm-hmm.
So they stage their own program, and according to them, the spokesperson for that group, which is Mr. Brown, he was clear that they didn't on their own have any support from their bosses. They decided as a staff force to welcome back to the Capitol building
Right.
the senator of Grand Bassa County, Senator Yomdi Kanga Lawrence, who, according to them, was chased by Arizona Benedict Cummings of the CPP/ANC to run as running mate to him, but she refused because of the sake of the Liberian people. So they welcome her back officially to work. Similarly, with the running mate to Ambassador Joseph Yuma Bwaka in the Senator of Lima County, Honorable Jeremiah Kwapung.
Mm-hmm.
But unless yesterday you could see
So,
that it
so,
was
so from your perspective, right? Now that we're getting
Mhm.
what we're getting, all that political theater, you think as well, knowing what we see, do you think it's a healthy environment to see that kind of stuff? Because these are not the legislature. Yeah, we understand these are politicians that are elected to the House of Representatives. The citizens have their right to come and protest over there and voice their concerns. We understand that as well. But wherein political parties are coming to converge on the grounds for their own agendas, to use the grounds of the legislature. Don't you think that all those legislators that are moving in that direction? Don't you think that they are laying a groundwork that may not be too good going forward? Because going forward now, the political season in Liberia is going to be hot. It's not going to quiet down. It's going to keep trending hot.
Well, I like what you just I posted.
Hello, I
Is
can't hear
the
you, man.
Liberian
Are you
House?
muted?
Hello?
Check your phone.
Yes, I think
Oh,
I'm
go ahead. Go
composed.
ahead. Yeah, I'm getting you now.
Is the Liberian House of Representatives turning into a political theater? Yes, it is turning into. In fact, it is a political theater. It is not turning into, because if you have the president of the Republic of Liberia is going to the legislature to present his annual address,
Mm-hmm.
and you have partisans from the CDC, the ruling establishment, you have people being transported to go and bring pressures to the presidency. It tells you that the legislature has turned to a political theater. But directly to your question, it is clear 2023, the long awaited 2023 is just already here.
Right.
You have a presidential and legislative elections coming up on the 10th of October.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, as you speak, you have almost most of the lawmakers are seeking re-election, specifically the House of Representatives. You also have additional 15 senators who are going to be seeking re-election on the 10th of October. These people are from political institutions. They
Right.
are they are fighting hard to appease their political leaders or institutions. You saw yesterday that the Buffer Chambers, the Speaker of the House, was in attendance. You saw the President of the Liberian Senate, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, and former Senator of Bond County, Joa Howard Taylor. You listen keenly to Senator of the Vice President the Vice President Joa Howard Taylor.
Right.
Attacking personalities. She was clear. She took her time to attack some political individuals.
And she was very rhetorical about it too.
The Capitol building has turned to a political theater. And the Vice President was clear that we are very mute on some of these things. But this is the political time now. So we coming out. We will express some of those things that we bear tight-lipped on. You hear the Vice President yesterday said, President, we have provided funders to Senator Abraham Darrell DeLong for his re-election. And I was like saying to myself, wow, you want to tell me Thomas Fala from the CDC was contesting? So Ambassador Weir provided money to Senator DeLong. For what? For what? When President Weir was campaigning for Representative Thomas Fala to be the next senator across Montserrat County, the 11th brother of Montserrat.
Right, right.
So I want to believe President Weir and the CDC knew from their own survey that DeLong was going to win. But their financial support of DeLong was not meant for the senatorial election. I think it was for the 2023 presidential election.
Really?
Because they were contemplating that if DeLong is successful against Fala, we need DeLong. And as such, we must provide some financial assistance to him for the future. But they are disappointed now. That's why you hear
they are heavily disappointed, you know.
They are heavily disappointed. They didn't expect DeLong to support Joseph Yuma Boaka. They thought DeLong, when you are elected or re-elected, you will join us. That was a memorandum of understanding between the CDC and Senator DeLong,
right?
Senator Taylor from Grand Cape Mount.
Yeah.
Contested on the CPP ticket. He also received some cash with the understanding that if you are elected, you will join the CDC for president. We are re-election. So you heard the Vice President saying yesterday that there are many people who receive money from President Weir.
Yeah.
Why will the CDC be feeding Thomas Fala in Montserrat and financially supporting Abraham Darrell DeLong? It was on the basis of the support from DeLong towards President Weir re-election.
But was that confirmed from DeLong camp whether he did actually receive that support from Weir?
Well, up to press time, Senator DeLong is here to respond. I met Senator DeLong today, and he said he's going to appear on some radio stations next week. He said to me personally that, of course, if the Vice President have received money,
right,
what is wrong? I didn't steal the money from them. They saw my political strength, and they provided money to me. Should I reject it? But I will explain to the Liberian people why I accepted the money. So we look forward for DeLong to tell us on what basis the CDC provided money. How much did he receive from the CDC for his campaign? But according to, you remember the first time, even in the by-election, Senator DeLong told us it was disclosed by the protein chair that he provided money for pool washer for Senator DeLong the first time.
Yeah.
So I will not be surprised that Senator DeLong will tell us, President, we are giving money for pool washers. And I don't want to believe any politician will refuse or reject such money.
No, that's why the people in politics they want money. They're looking for the money. So you bring it on the table. You know, they're gonna take it and run with it. You know, and do whatever they feel like doing. You know. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting revelation, coming out, and looking at what we got coming up for the election. I think a whole host of politics and money will be all over the place, because when you look at the very DeLong just a few weeks ago visited with Madame Salif, and I think he's yet to come out on that as well, what he learned from there. And then when he came from there, he kind of defected, because I figured they try to bring him alongside with Cummings before the endorsement of Yumley for JMB, right? So I think they were stepping in very high on that note, so DeLong could prevail on Yumley, because all along Yumley and DeLong, they kind of been like this, and that whole entire let me take you back to that entire endorsement by Senator Yumley Kanga Lawrence and DeLong. What do you see of that entire makeup? Do you think it did a lot of damage to the CDC or to the other CPP of Cummings and ability Kim?
Well, I think in my mind, the CDC is not playing the game well. The CDC is not on top of their game as compared to Manashalif. I want to believe strongly, if this was Manashalif in power,
right?
If Manashalif was in power, or if it was Manashalif who was seeking re-election, and Joseph Yuma Boakai left Senator Yumbi Kanga Lawrence out to pick Senator Jeremiah Pankun of Nimba County, that would be a trump card for the re-election of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. She would do everything possible to ensure that Alexander Cummings and Yumbi could reconnect. They could reconnect. She could do everything possible.
But my man. The whole thing, let me call you right there. Let me hold you right there, right? The whole thing of the Omar and former President Salif not wanting to see probably the ground Joseph Numa Boakai walk on, not wanting to support, trying politically to intrude, to disorganize, dismantle whatever Joe Boakai is trying to bring to the Liberian people. This whole, because when you look at the link between the former president and that of Jeremiah Kuhn, not Jeremiah Kuhn, or Alexander Cummings, and that of Charlene, and that of another running mate, Mulba, Lofa County.
Yeah, Clarence.
Yeah, Clarence Mulba. All those people the Omar trying to bring together, and the lineage, the tie in here with CDC, because CDC could not win if she didn't put her weight behind Jawia. So you almost looking at CDC, Cummings, CPP, and Mulba on the other side. So if any of those guys win, that whole uno cheering in it. You see what I mean?
I see a different ball game. I see a different ball game as compared to 2017. 2017, Manasali, from all indication, we are cognizant that she didn't support the election of Ambassador Joseph Iman Boakai, but rather went for the CDC. But this is the advantage at the time in 2017. That advantage was to get Prince Johnson. She got Prince Johnson on her side. And Prince Johnson delivered NIMBA to the CDC. Like Prince Johnson or not, Prince Johnson is the godfather for Nimba County.
And he delivered.
As compared, similarly with Joseph Yuma Boakai, you can go and take Clarence Monimba from Lofa. You can have Thomas Fala You can have the Jefferson Koji. They all can spend all of the resources in Lofa. Believe me, you, Waka will come number one, on the 10th of October. Waka will come number one in Lofa.
You think
He's
so?
going to come number one. He's going to come number one. And whosoever Senator Prince Johnson will support in Nimba will come number one. So, getting Senator Prince Moyi, Dr. Henry Chopper, and the rest of the other guys from Bon County.
Jeremiah Kuhn.
You have Jeremiah Kuhn from Nimba. I can safely say to you, Baka is in a run-up. Joseph Human Baka is in a run-up.
Wow.
You cannot compare Yombri Kanga Lawrence. You cannot compare Basanga Finney with Charlie Bronsky in Basso. You cannot. Yombri is supporting Joseph Yuma Bwaka. Few weeks ago, we listened to President Weah in Grand Basso. Publicly saying he will fight Basanga Finney, his former foreign minister.
Right. I watched that. Yeah.
You're going to have Basanga Finney supporting Yombri presidential candidate. Basanga will support Joseph Yuma Bwaka because he will be soliciting Yombri support in the senatorial election. So Charlie cannot make any impact in Basso as compared to Yombri.
I tend to agree with you on that because when you look at our entire Basso belt, with Yombri now being and Dillon now going in Bwaka camp, and it's gonna be clear that Charlene is going with CPP or Brumskin. She's not gonna have a lot of impact. Almost, it looks like from that Basso belt, Yombri and Dillon on that side with Carplay. Yeah, all those people, they're gonna bring a heavy vote from that end for the UP.
Of course, I mean, Charlie Bronsky is popular for the representative position. But when Basso County would not go for a Charlie vice presidential bid now, they will not go for it. They are welcoming Senagori in the second round. They are aware. Maybe in the first round, they may get some votes. If Charlie is to be announced on the 27th by Alexander Benedict Cummings, I'm saying if, because we're hearing about Gateway McIntosh, we're hearing about Charlie Bronsky. So, and I don't want to believe strongly that Charlie wants to raise her quest of becoming representative at this time to run for vice presidency.
That she's not going to win.
It's going to be a race. It means she's going to be giving an advantage to Matthew Fairplay Joe from the CDC to be re-elected.
And that makes perfect sense because if I were Charlene, what I would probably do is to vie in for that representative position and continue to play that role the father was playing to solidify and bring the party together, right? When the party is together, that entire Brumskin party is together, then 2029, she will be well positioned.
So,
because the Liberian people are funny, you can bring all your money and everything. They don't know you. They will take it and eat it and vote in a different direction.
But the first thing is that even in Grand Basso County, as we speak, any attempt for Alexander Cummings to nominate or select Charlie Bronsky, the Basso people shall conclude that the entire confusion within the CPP, they will conclude that it has been masterminded by Charlie Bronsky.
Right.
Because the confusion between the ability faction of the Liberty Party and the Yombi, the Yombi faction already said that Alexander Cummings has been providing money to cause confusion in the Liberty Party.
Mm-hmm.
So for Alexander Cummings to take Charlie Bronsky and Yombly DeLong and the other folks, the likes of the current senator Jonathan L. Carpy,
Yeah,
and the
Carpe.
rest, yes, the rest
Even Carpe is on the side of UP, JMB.
he's on the phone, Joseph Human Boaka. So it is not going to give an edge to Charlie Bronsky to deliver the votes from Basel. Because if he's going to exacerbate the perception that it is Charlie Bronsky who have been causing confusion. This is the reason why Yombly have not been supportive to Charlie Bronsky, Representative Bay. Because there are many people who have been insinuating that Charlie Bronsky is not supported by Yombly Kanga because Yombly have an interest in District 3. So any attempt for Charlie to accept or for Honorable Cummings to nominate Charlie, then it's going to be very clear that the reason for the confusion in the Liberty Party has been Charlie wants to be vice president, and so she Cummings and Ability, they have been infusing confusion within the Liberty Party. That will not give her edge.
Yeah, but let me take you out of there. Let me take you out of there and bring you back to Nima County, right? Let me take you out of Basel. Let me bring you back to Nima County. Because this issue of Senator Prince Ward Johnson endorsing the UP, and then the UP party of JMB, and quote unquote his son was picked, appointed as a running mate, that it's not Kun behind it. That Prince Ward Johnson. And we saw that play out yesterday in the Senate, out of the lips of the Vice President, Joy Howard Taylor, as in Liberians should think that what if the presidency, Liberians elect president or to be or running mate Joseph Boakai, and he's president, and something happened. Because according to her, she's saying that if he dies in office because the old man looks sickly, according to what they said, quote unquote, then in succession to the presidency is Jeremiah Kun. And Jeremiah Kun becoming president means you are electing Prince Ward Johnson. So she was tying PYJ with Jeremiah Kun. And we have sat on his air, we've listened to Jeremiah Kun, how different he is, even when it comes to their past voting and different ways they have operated, right? That he's not in his pocket. Why do you think the seditions, the CDC of Akaras Gray, of Samuel Toy, of George Weah, of Joy Howard Taylor is trying to tie in this PYJ thing to making sure that JMB had not made a wise choice when it comes to, his VP, his running mate issue? Do you see that as a negative going forward, though? Because we know what PYJ has done in Liberia, when it comes to the 14 year of war that Liberians underwent, all of that, it's out there, it can be seen. War Crimes Court, people are vying for it. He has expressed himself. He's willing as well. Let it come. But then that tie-in, do you see it as a character issue or as a problem going forward for the Unity Party?
Well, interestingly, Senator Point Johnson from 2005, he has been the kingmaker. He contributed to Manasali becoming president.
Right.
You can read that out.
And
He
CDC.
contributed to President Weah election.
Right.
2017, we all know if Senator Prince Johnson was to go the Joseph Yima Boaka way, Nima was going to be delivered to Ambassador Boaka. Because even in the election, the first round, Joseph Yima Boaka came second. He came second in Nima County. So, Senator Prince Johnson support to the Unity Party is an advantage. It is not a disadvantage. I do not like people talking about character. This is a man that many Liberians, or almost all Liberians, have witnessed on video executing the killing of a certain president. But he did 2005. He won overwhelmingly in Niba County to become senator. 2014, he won overwhelmingly. Right. He lifted President Weah up in Nima to be elected as president. He did similar with former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So why this time around we are trying to see Senator Prince Johnson now as the worst person? Except because he has pledged his support to Ambassador Joseph Yima Boaka. I say to you, Prince Johnson support to Joseph Yima Boaka in this election is worrisome to the CDC. The Liberians do not have time for Senator Prince Johnson character. They are aware of Prince Johnson character.
In fact, they see him as a savior.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
they see him as their savior.
No matter what you want to do, I hear yesterday, I listened yesterday to Akawa's Gray, Representative Akawa's Gray, that Senator Prince Johnson is going to be defeated on the 10th of October. It's a mere bluff. It's a mere bluff. Senator Johnson is no longer worried about war crimes court. He has consistently said, bring your war crime court. I'm not afraid. I fought for my people. What I did, I do not regret it at all. And I'm prepared to justify the role I play in the Liberian civil crisis. So, why the CDC didn't put a candidate against Prince Johnson candidate in Nima County in the by-election, in the just ended senatorial election? CDC is supposed to put candidate to try to strength. And if they are going to defeat NDR candidate, then I will say to you, yes, what they are saying is true. But it is just a mere bluff. You listen to Senator Johnson. Senator Johnson has consistently said, these people are coming up publicly and making all those kinds of exceptions that they are in charge of Nima County. But they are still calling me behind camera. You listen to Senator Kuhn. He said the government gave Senator Prince Johnson 50,000 United States dollars. I can say to you, it was the CDC who opened a modern radio station in Ganta just 3 months ago for Senator Prince Johnson called Voice of Faith. He didn't pay a dime. The government financed the entire opening of that radio station.
Wow.
So it's just a man bluff. They want to work with Senator Prince Johnson.
So money already beginning to flow.
They are working behind camera to get Senator Johnson's support. So if Senator Johnson is to be re-elected, which I'm aware that he's going to win, the only contender of Senator Johnson will be Ida Gongolowe. Have you heard if Ida Gongolowe publicly announcing to you that she intends to contest? She's afraid. If Jeremiah Manku will defeat her, I'm not too sure she even prepared financially to face Prince Johnson on the 10th of October.
Yeah, but talking about the financial preparation, don't you think that maybe the CDC could come in to uplift her, to fight against all? Because now that if they try the aspect of not having PYJ in their corner, not having Jeremiah Cohen in their lane corner as well, they're gonna pump in money in whatever way it takes to get her to get Edith Gongo.
It's gonna be a disaster for the CDC. It's gonna be a disaster, and I want to believe that the CDC won't go that route. I want to believe strongly, in spite of all of the assertions they are making, they are still negotiating with Prince Johnson. They are still afraid. They are still in the know that Prince Johnson is the godfather of Nimba County. So I don't want to believe that the CDC, that is so desperate for a re-election, President Weah, who wants to be re-elected, I don't want to think that they can pull a candidate against Prince Johnson, because you know what? Any attempt to do so, Senator Johnson will win, and Senator Johnson will be more radical. He won't listen to them in the runoff. So what I think they will do is they are giving him some financial support. You listen to Senator Kuhn. They just gave him 50,000 weeks ago. I just said to you, they opened a modern radio station in Gata called Voice of Hope. They financed that entire radio station project. And the only thing they're looking forward for, when Senator Johnson is re-elected, go and congratulate him, talk to him. We are in a runoff. Leave Ambassador Barker. We will protect you. We will work with you. You are our part. That's what they're going to do. But to put a candidate against Prince Johnson in Nimba is like Joseph Barker is eyeing a senatorial seat in Lofa. Putting a candidate against him, he doesn't need to even go and campaign.
If that happens, it will be very hard though to see a PYJ to be in a runoff to defect, to leave JMB. But you can never say this is politics. But let's take a break. I'm gonna play a video, a song, and take a quick break. Then I'll bring you right back. Let's play it. Just listen to it, right?
Seven are crying, oh, market women are crying, oh. John, we are go, we tire, oh, John, we are go. Innocent people are dying, oh. The students are taking home. John, we are go, we tire, oh, John, we are go. John, we are go, John, we are go, John, we are go. We tire, oh, John, we are go, John, we are go, John, we are go. John, we are go, we tire, oh, John, we are go, John, we are go, we tire, oh, John, we are go. Go. The people are suffering. But we are go. We tire. We are go. We tire with the hunger. We tire eating curry. We are go. We tire. We are go. Musicians are crying. Hospitals are empty. We are go. We tire. We are go. We are go. We tire. We are go.
All right, folks. So that's the song. That's the new song that just came out this week. George, we are go. And we saw it play out this week at the Liberian Senate. It said George, we are go. I was shocked when I saw that, the way, the staffers played that song. And just a day after that, the musicians has taken it at a different level. Politics in Liberia is coming up. It say, George, we are go. The people are eating gari. The people are suffering. They're eating cassava. They're eating dry red, no ray or set on top of it. No naplet, nothing at the can. They say, Jawia, you got to go. They say that only the big shot and eating. The small fish got nothing to eat. Jawia, go. That's what it's saying. That's why the people saying, Jawia. I don't know how true it is, but the country is suffering. We have the inflation of the US dollar rate right now. Comparing that with the local currency, the Liberian dollars is, from what I'm hearing, it's 170, 171 to $1. That is ridiculous. It's growing. It's the inflation rate. People are suffering, so you can only imagine if you change $100 US, what it's going to turn into. You might need a backpack, literally. But, thanks to my colleague, he's probably in the back trying to cool off so he can come back on. Fuck by it. So, folks, welcome to the show. Today it's Friday. The day we chill out just to relax. Get on take a retrospective look on events of the week. Uh, a lot of happenings around here in the U.S. as well. We also are experiencing the NBA, National Basketball Association, is hot. The playoffs, crazy right now. The NBA playoffs going on, So I told all my colleagues, come in. You can call in on the number. The line's open. Be a part of the show. Call in. Tell us what you think. Whatever you want to talk about. That's why we do it on Fridays. This is your show. We're only here to make sure we give you the voice, because we are that voice for the voiceless here at Talk TV Media Network. So the NBA playoffs going on, and it has been crazy watching the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. Especially what we watched last night. I watched last night the Nuggets, and the Lakers. I hope my guy Ezekiel will be able to call in and give us the narrative description on that. But it was fantastic basketball last night. Watching uh, uh, the Nuggets are taking the 2-0 right now, 2-0. They beat the Lakers the other day on their home turf. And then last night on the Lakers ground turf, they beat again. And so they are standing very comfortably right now, But the Lakers, LA, they have a way of coming back. You can't just count them out. But the energy and the speed, the way I see. Oh, okay, I got a call coming in. So hold on. Maybe our guy's coming in. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hey. Who's calling? What's your name and where you calling from?
Zeke Gardu from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hey Zeke, welcome to the show. Yeah. I'm talking about the NBA here, the playoffs, man. Last night, man. What's your take from the perspective? Let's start from last night. The Lakers and the Nuggets.
Man, LeBron James is gonna have to step up, be a player that he is, because past two, well, he had a good game. He didn't play terrible, but he's gonna have to step up if they want to come back and win the series.
What do you mean by he had a good game? He missed a lot of 3-pointers last night, man.
Yeah,
and boys were stolen out of LeBron James' hands.
He was over 0 for 6 on 3-point, but in field goals in general, he made 9 of 16 shots. So I wouldn't blame the entire game on him.
Okay. So do you think, from your perspective on the Lakers? Because I really felt that last night was for the Lakers, because the way they were leading first half and then second half, but then the Nuggets coming back from behind, man, closing in on a high league and taking over. They were just not up for the task because the Nuggets, the energy, it seems like as though they were playing home.
Yeah, the home court advantage. But the Lakers will have the next 2 home games, so maybe they can capitalize on that and tie the series.
Okay. So you think that might likely happen for the Lakers to be able to come back?
Yes.
What do you think they need to do differently when it comes to the next game? What do you think they need to put in place? Especially, I'm talking in terms of the Lakers, because the energy that the Nuggets are bringing right now, I mean, it's unstoppable, right? But what is it different that they can do, especially the big guys like Davis, right? Davis didn't play to my expectation last night.
Yeah.
Either LeBron didn't play to my expectation, either. So, what do you think? Even Russell didn't play to my expectation.
Yep. Well,
so what do you think they need to do to be able to win the next game that's coming up? Because they'll be playing home, right?
Yep. But the Stars, they just have to step up and do what they're supposed to do.
Okay.
They get like paid millions of dollars just to play basketball. Shouldn't be.
Yeah, if you've been playing that
like that,
if you've been playing that amount of money in millions and millions of dollars, you just got to deliver. You just got to play.
Yep.
So going forward for the what's the next game for Miami Heat? What?
Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Later today, I think.
That game is today, right? So tell me this: who you think is going to win from that Eastern Conference?
Well, right now it looks like Miami, they played a good first game,
right?
And they also beat the Celtics at home. The Celtics had a lot of mistakes in that game, in game 1. So I think the Celtics can win the second game since they're home, but we'll see.
Okay, so you think I think this? You think the Celtics might take that thing and end up to the championship?
Yep.
Wow. So that would be an interesting move to see the Celtics going against the Nuggets or the Lakers. Yeah, that would be very interesting. So but we'll watch. We'll keep watching and see how things gonna roll. I'm praying for a comeback for the Lakers. This year I'm a Laker fan, and anybody in my house who's not a Laker fan, I think going forward the next game you'll be sitting outside until the game is over. What do you think? You think that's a good move?
No.
What? Any other move? Any other thing you got going on from the sport world? Anything when it comes to maybe soccer with because I was reading something that Messi and maybe Neymar might be joining the Arab League team that Ronaldo is playing for.
The same team?
That's what I'm hearing. That the next move. Messi might be moving, and Ronaldo was probably making a comment wherein he will always welcome Messi on the same team with him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's just something that's trending right now. So when we get to that part, we'll especially sports raw, which will be tomorrow. While we're talking sports, we'll give all our viewers accurate information. But I'm gonna let you go, man. Thanks for calling and giving us all the heads up. What's going on, sportsman, Mr. Basketball. And I'm gonna get back right into our politics. I got my man in the background who will be joining me, Mr. Comrade Fuckboy. Anytime.
All right.
We're glad to have you on the show, man.
All right.
Yeah, make sure you
Thank
keep.
you.
Make sure my man don't eat all the pan butter or coming over. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Talk to you later, bro.
All right.
Thanks. Bye. So, folks, yeah, the number is right there. It's 539-525-1552. You can call in on that number. That's a WhatsApp number. It's a USA number as well. You can call in. I'm trying to coordinate with our guy on the ground to be able to have a Liberia number, wherein when we up live, look, people in Liberia will be able to call in on the show and be a part of the show, because the show is for them, as well, not just us here. Yeah, my man, you want my man? You coming from ET?
No, 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 man. I'm saying office though.
Okay, my man, I thought you from ET, man. I see you wiping your mouth. I said, man, yeah. The man just went behind the scene to go eat and palm butter or dry rice. I tell you, man. So yeah. Before we went for a break, I was playing the song that just came out. Joey go, Joey go, Joey
We tired. We are go. I mean, that's the song. We are go. We are tired.
Wow. Is it that serious, man? Because if you look at it, though, we are doing some good things in the country. Let's be honest. Yeah, I mean, give it to him. He's doing. I mean, in as much there's hard time and hardship, the political, the opposition is beating on him and all of that stuff. But I mean, this guy is doing some good things. When you look around the country, let's and they call him a barrow medicine.
Yeah, he's a bad road medicine.
And then you see now, you see how many roads around the country this guy has embarked on that are working. One would say, if you want to be more so negative, you will not give it to him. But if you want to be in all fairness, in our area, they are doing some work. They are doing some work, and one would say whatever that they are doing when it comes to roads is something that was laid down, was finalized under the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. That governments succeed each other to implement projects, in succession. We understand that. But even if that was, when you take a look back from Tubman time, from Toba, Doe, there has been a lot of issues. Because I want to be more specific, especially with the Banga Mendekoma highway, bro. That thing began under George Samuel Doe. He started that project when he did all the survey, when he brought in the contracts and stuff. But look at from Doe time until George Weah time, before, what was happening? Because to me, if the way Doe started it, and then Amos Sawyer came in, if he were to do it a little bit more, and then Ellen Sirleaf came in for 12 years, if she was to do a little bit more, and now that George Weah came in, probably George Weah would have finished the road when it comes to Lofa Banga Mendekoma Highway. But let's give a kudos to the CDC leg government. They are doing, because I just came from Lofa just about 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Right. I saw what they're doing with my own eyes, and I applaud them for that.
Honestly, unless you want to be unpatriotic, you want to be unnationalistic, and you want to be sentimental, that's the only way you will not praise this government. I mean, like you said, President Weah is making some efforts. I was just in Lofa a few weeks ago, and I saw the electrification project from Masabola home going to Foya, coming to Vonjama. You have light poles for the first time. Today in Vonjama, you have running water in Vonjama. It is under this government. You have, for the first time, today you have quota hitting Lofa County going as far passing Golu.
Right.
Almost fast approaching Salaye. While coming to Monrovia, I saw the fiends celebrating the barrow medicine, playing barrow medicine music, commending President Weah for the job well done. The vice president, the former vice president of our country, and now standard bearer of the Unity Party, he was in power for 12 years.
Right.
When Manasseh Lee was seeking re-election desperately in 2011, that was the time for Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka to convince Manasseh Lee that Lofa is a vote-rich area. I served as vice president in your government for 6 years. If you want me to go in Lofa to convince my people to vote you or to vote us back, we need to make some efforts on the Lofa road. Ambassador Boaka didn't say that.
Let me hold you right there.
That project was.
You just brought a very, very salient, very, very good point. Because I don't want to lose my train of thought right now. So please let me hold you. Under the Madam Salif, 12 years, right? You had Joseph Numa Boaka as vice president. I'm talking about for the B men now in Lofa. Let me say it the wrong way. For the B men, you have former defense minister.
Lofa.
You have Senator George Tengbe from Lofa. At the time, they let Eugene Paka from Lofa, and a whole host of other.
You also had the chairman on Ways, Means and Finance at the time the Liberia Senate were Kupi. Sumo Kupi.
Yeah.
The chairman Ways, Means and Finance.
So you want to tell me that all of them could not tie their own hand and say, if you don't do this one role for Lofa, we're not for you. We're not for you. This is what I'm talking about. It's not, there has been all these people, sons of Lofa, that have been in higher ups, in higher places in government. And again, one would say, oh, politics, oh, I had no voice. No, as long as you hold a political office, you have a voice. We all understand that. And this is why we come in to independently to lay out the issues, because we're not just on one side. We will cut on this side, we'll cut on this side. We give kudos to who kudos are due, and we on the other side will do the same way. That's what I like about this show. Inasmuch people are suffering right now in Liberia, inasmuch the government is going with no accountability, inasmuch other things are happening, crimes are taking place, drugs are coming into the country. There are still, when you look, there are still other good things taking place. So now we have to present this to the Liberian people, so the Liberian people will be able to know, to choose. This is what we need to do. So I just wanted to make sure I put that thought out there, that yes, the Weah government is not just doing it all bad. There are good things that they are doing, because the Liberian people are so immune to criticism, to negative. Everything is negative, and then they will pile up on your network to talk nothing but negative and nonsense.
Yeah.
But
like you said, there are some positive things going on, even to the extent of the health sector. In past, there have been some health workers who have been just volunteers. Today, you have some of their names placed on the government payroll. Similarly, in the education area, you have some volunteer teachers whose names are placed on government payroll. All is not going well, but the government is making some significant gains that we must allude to in spite of the circumstances in the country, economic constraints. Yes, that's for true. But the government is making some efforts. Today, you have in Lofa County, the Lofa County University. You do not need to leave way Lofa County and come to Monrovia to get a bachelor degree. You can stay right in Lofa, you can stay right in Bassa, you can stay right in Nimba. Initially, the Unity Party came up with the community colleges, but now you have those colleges, they have been upgraded to giving out BSc,
Right.
which is somehow good. It's very good. But the election is going to be very competitive.
Yeah, I
It's
think
going to
so
be
too.
very competitive.
It'll be very interesting.
That I can say to you. But I know if Alexander Cummings will take Charlie Bronsky on the 27th, I can say to you for free, the runoff will be between Ambassador Joseph Huma Boakai and President Weah. The ANC, any attempt to take Charlie Bronsky, they're going to repeat 2017.
You think
2017.
you think if Cummings was able enough to bring Councilor Tewon Gonglo over, what do you think as a running mate?
I mean, that could be something different. That could be more competitive as compared to Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie doesn't speak Bassa. So Charlie doesn't speak Bassa. Charlie is referred to
Bassa. She doesn't speak Bassa.
He doesn't speak Bassa. Charlie Bronsky and Cummings TK, currently in Liberia, is referred to as the Congo ticket. So if I was given the opportunity to suggest to Alexander Cummings, I would say tell Lima Bowie from Bon County. That's going to be an edge. Lima Bowie is far better than Charlie Bronsky. Charlie is not going to make any impact. Charlie will make impact
more electable.
The representative position in District 3 in Gwembassa. But for the vice presidency, she's going nowhere. Cummings and Charlie, they are like the same. Cummings is from Maryland.
So let me let you Comrade, let me let you let's expand on this a little bit. This Musa ability thing, because we saw it. I tried to watch that video, right? You know, I didn't mean to take you off, but because time is moving fast, we gotta move along with time.
I understand.
Yeah. Musa ability, I saw him blasting. I mean, I normally don't like to do this because that's another network by itself. I don't like to put my mouth on what they do, how they run their network. You know, Spoon that used to be the Spoon. Is it the Spoon that it is now? You know, there is a dark cloud hanging over them. You know, but in this field of journalism and broadcasting, we want to make sure at least information flow is accurate. Information flow is correct because people names and character are on the line, right? We've watched Spawn rise, and so I don't know if it is standing or it's falling. We don't know. Time will tell. But Musa ability was blasting, you know, our Spawn network, especially Water Spawn and Fagon, the way the rhetorics, the way they talking about his character, the kind of person he has been, the lies that they are spewing according to him. Do you see this on the overall that this might be a problem with the Spoon network, especially with the indictment of Witherspoon, who is facing court hearing?
Well, the first thing is that Staten Witherspoon, few months ago, clearly stated on his network or on his platform, his Spoon Talk, that Musa Hassan Bilete is his personal friend. They are good friends. They communicate. And to hear Musa Bilete blasting at Witherspoon, I mean, it speaks volume. It tells you that there's something going on.
Bible somewhere.
Something going on.
Man can't talk.
Staten has been accused in the U.S. Similarly,
oh man, yeah, that's what we're talking about. So that's part. This is part of the issue, folks. You know, LIB, data network issues. People been having this since this whole week, few days, all over the place. So we just lost. I just lost my colleague over there in Liberia, but I know where he was probably trending. You know, Stanton Witherspoon being accused by the U.S. government and is uh, yet to face his day in court. He has, and maybe a bond has been placed, and probably there is a timeline when he's supposed to go back. And we hearing that other people that were accused in the same case have already pled guilty, and so. Uh, you know, those of us who are here in America, for the U.S. government to go after you, it's not easy. That means they have solid evidence, right? Let me make that known and clear. For the U.S. government to go after you, that means they have been telling you for a long time. They have wiretap you, paper trail, because in a court of law, it's all about evidence. And so the U.S. government is good at that. Emails, social media platforms, all of that. They will gather everything. Sometimes they will plant a bug in your office or in your house. You know, if they even become more suspicious, they might plant it in your car. Easy, because they want to track you down, all your movement, everything you do, who you talk to, how you conduct business, everything. So if they have enough evidence and they bring it up, yeah, you see what's happening here to the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. Well, all the money he is, a billionaire, former president, business mogul. When the government of the United States is on you, on your back, you got no escape. That's why they call him Uncle Sam, folks. So I am wondering, with all the indictments and everything that is pending, why does it make sense that my colleague in the media industry, Mr. Waterspoon, should be on air doing what he's doing or saying what he's saying? Because his network is playing a very influential role in the Liberian politics. These are just questions I'm asking, because it's his choice. How they run their network is their business. How we run ours is our business. But I just felt like I needed to address this. Is the Spoon Network turning into a political party where they make decisions for the country now? And with the owner and the founder sitting on an indictment that is pending, is it a good character or good decision to keep coming on the network, on the platform every night, playing an influential role in the Liberian politics? Is it a good thing? I leave it for you, the viewing audience, to decide. But we also witnessed another serious issue that just took place. There was a drug bust of 100 million plus that just took place weeks ago, and people were arrested. And those people, they could exonerated them yesterday in Liberia. Drugs is a big issue for the United States government. So what do we see or hear from there? If those people had to go through the court of law, busted with 100 million plus of drugs. In fact, the U.S. government alerted the Liberian government And then those people in less than a week or two are exonerated. What do you think of the Liberian justice system? That's a serious issue, right? Where are there big hands, big boys, some big governmental hands in this issue? This entire drug bust that took place? Because this is what's causing a lot of problem for the Liberian youth. The kush, what we call kush, and they smoke it, they passed out. You don't know. You know, the zogos, our boys, they call them zogos, drugs. The country is infested. This is uncalled for. And this will be a good thing if the Weah-led government will rise up and take a very stern, tough measures towards this. But instead, they want to facilitate this process. How in the world, what evidence did they prove to the court? How did they defend the court, their case, to let these people go free after a week or two? You were caught, your hands in the cookie jar. Yes, well, all the jury, right? But if there is a force of money or whatever behind it that caused this, the government needs to know, because the government has a bigger eye to see. The Weah-led government have a bigger eye to see than any other citizen. What is going on, people? Our boys, our youth are dying. Our young people. You see one smoke or high on drugs, you don't even know. Everything is stupid. Then you put that kind of person in a violent situation, like especially with the coming election and stuff. They will cause mayhem and trouble and will not even know the thing is fun. Drugs, cocaine, marijuana needs to be put under control. Our society, the youth of our nation, those who will decide the fate of Mama Liberia, those who will stand up, those who are destined to be there after us, they need to rise up. The government should do better. So, as part of issues trending for the week, these are some of the issues. Folks, you can visit us on our Facebook page at Talk TV Media Network. You can watch us also on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. We'll bring you all our broadcasts on those various platforms as well for our daily, weekly broadcasts. So it's a wonderful, wonderful week here. For me here, I don't know what it looks like from your end of the world, but for me, it's a rainy day. It's raining. It's been raining all day here in Green Country, Oklahoma. The weather is gloomy. You know, as I take leave of you, there are graduations this evening. My cousin will be graduating, Nami, and actually two of my cousins will be graduating today from the Bible school. Nami and George, congratulations to you guys, and I salute you for your accomplishments. And I hope the graduation is going to go well tonight. And another daughter of mine just graduated last weekend, Angel Carlo. And to all of you, Ben, my cousin too, Ben, Ketor, congratulations to you. All of you who are graduating this season, on behalf of Talk TV Media Network, we say kudos. We say congratulations to all of you. And those of you celebrating your birthdays, I won't start calling names because there are too many people. Someone's going to say, oh, you left me out. You know, happy birthday to you all. You know, if you just been born today, happy birthday to you too. That's how we roll here at Talk TV Media Network. You know, happy birthday to all of you celebrating your birthday in the month of May on behalf of Talk TV Media Network. And not just graduations and birthdays, but anniversaries as well. All of you celebrating your anniversaries, you know, wedding anniversary, company anniversaries, organizational anniversaries, whatever an anniversary may look like. happy anniversary to you all, folks. This is how we're going to close on a good note here today. My name is Sam Gadu here. I Talk TV Media Network. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Watch the NBA, man. The playoffs are hot. Playoffs, yeah. The NBA here. You know, it is hot, 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 hot. Let me see. Yeah, my man, thanks for contributing, for being part of the show today. And I hope we can connect so we will be able to bring more more information for our people here as well. So they will be able to enjoy and have a good time. Yeah. So that's how we're gonna roll. Let me see. What song do I have here? Everybody get your hero.
Everybody get our own hero. Down to the police. Let's go to AP Drum City. Some people got that hero to make a market. Some people got that hero to make you. Your hero is your hero.
All right. So this is how I take leave of you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the show. My name is Sam Gadu. I will be here tomorrow to bring you Talk TV Sports happening around the world when it comes to the sport world. A lot of good soccer. We saw the CAF Cup. It's mighty man going on with Real Madrid. Yeah, European Cup. We got to bring it up. Maybe we'll bring you some clips so you can see for yourself. Until then, like I always say, do what God wants you to do. Do not do what I do. Enjoy your evening or your day, wherever you are. Some people area is to make market. Some people area is to do what they like to do. My era, I'm about to go do it. This was just one part of my era. Until then, I salute you. Enjoy.
I'm a hero.